my mind a lot. Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my oxygen. Make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up. Break you in, then break you out. In the end, we're gonna make it.
Welcome back, everybody. We originally thought that we had done a final episode, but not unlike a concert where the audience keeps asking for more, we are back for an encore. We're not necessarily excited about it. We didn't coordinate this, but we are feeling, I'd say, a little blue today. We did not discuss this, but Tiana's got her Bitcoin pin on, though. She's not daunted by this difficult market that we're in. But
here, maybe I should flip it upside down so it's going down instead of
maybe
up.
Maybe that's been the issue with what's going on in the market. And we're definitely not at an all-time high. We're actually below $3 trillion, which was a place I didn't think we'd actually get back to.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised too, actually. Excited because now it's a chance to buy more, but sad because you never want crypto winter to come around.
No, because those cycles have a tendency to last a little bit longer than we'd like to admit. And we've been looking for altcoin season. We've been wondering if it's a 4-year cycle. There's a lot to unpack on this particular episode, but I got to ask you the most important thing that people are really thinking about this time of year. Most holiday seasons have involved the upswing in Bitcoin. As we close in on Thanksgiving, on Turkey Day, as you think about conversations with your family, Deanna, do you have any guidance for people? Like, is this year not the year to talk about Bitcoin, or is there going to be a bump on Turkey Day? Are we going to have a Turkey Day bump? What's going to happen?
No, yeah, you always have to talk about it. You always have to I brought it up at dinner last night. I was like, hey, by the way, Bitcoin's down if you want to buy some more. Of course, you got to talk about it.
You want to buy stuff when it's on sale. Yeah,
they're shaking out weak hands right now. Don't get scared, you guys. Hodl. Not investment advice.
Do your own research.
Do your own research.
I do like to buy things on sale. It's just that we talked about it in a previous episode, that we have been getting lower highs, and it's just been this march down. In fact, I'm going to pull up a screen. Not that you needed to know, but sometimes just seeing what's going on out there can help crystallize the conversation. Here is agreed. Bitcoin, and this is only a 1-month chart. So we were not that long ago up at 116, and as of this very minute, we're down below 84,000.
Yeah, crazy. Crazy. How far do you think it'll go?
I would be a significant buyer down at 72. I mean, that would be insanity.
Yeah. But I wonder if 50 will be the new low, maybe.
Wow. Okay. I mean, we can go to the all-time chart and kind of zoom out a little bit more. We can see the run up and the different dips and bottoms and low-key elements. I guess that 69,339 is a significant line from the all-time level. I can't imagine that it would go lower than that, given all the favorable tailwinds that are in the crypto industry right now. Yeah. But I found something. I did.
What'd you find?
Well, there's this thing going on. I was looking for the catalyst. Like this whole thing started happening mid-October, down. Okay. And I'm going to give it an acronym. It may not be accurate, but digital asset turkeys. Now, I say that because Turkey Day is coming up.
Of course.
But it's actually these digital asset treasury companies. You familiar with the one that Michael Saylor's running?
No.
Well, Microstrategy, right? He changed the name.
Yeah. I thought you meant something special. I'm like, no, I didn't hear anything special. Yes, Microstrategy.
So an interesting thing happened on our way to the bank. I say that kind of as a metaphor. You familiar with JPMorgan?
Yeah, with that guy. Yes, we know that guy.
So this whole thing started going south on October 10th. And I went and looked and I was like, what happened? Did legislation not happen? Did we not have a crypto president? Did we not have a good, supporting, was it Treasury function with Jerome Powell? Like all those things started crossing my mind. And I'm trying to bring reason to the season. And
Okay.
here's what I found that captured my mind and explains away some of it. If you look, this is from the block. There was news out that JPMorgan says that strategy could face billions in outflows if MSCI and other major indices remove it. All right. I'm going to stop there. MSCI is basically one of these treasury funds that JPMorgan decides who gets included. And the game with these digital asset treasury companies, which Microstrategy has played very effectively to date, is to get the buying and the selling up to a level where it gets included in things like the NASDAQ 100.
Right.
So, remember the day you were like, yay, made it. Bitcoin made it to the NASDAQ 100. And so what this MSCI guidance involved was there was the idea that JP Morgan said, maybe these digital asset treasury companies shouldn't be included in the indexes.
Oh.
They announced that they're going to make a decision, right? They're evaluating it now through year end, and they're going to make a decision on January 15th.
Oh.
Oh.
That's still 2 months away. That's a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so therein comes the lower highs, joop, 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 as money gets sucked out. Now, if and when they decide to keep these digital asset treasury companies in play, then the money will, I suspect, go up. If they say, hey, we're not going to include them in JP Morgan's, all the different ETFs, all the different funds, because these are basically the pension funds that have the passive money in it. Yep. This kind of locks in the floor for MicroStrategy. And Tom Lee, we showed him a few episodes back, is doing the same thing for Ethereum. So there are tremendous consequences for Bitminer, which is that company. And to be fair, and then I'm going to stop talking because this is a lot to think about, and I hit you with this morning, is XRP has a company called Evernorth that is trying to replicate what it is that Saylor has done with Bitcoin, what Tom Lee has done with Ethereum. They're now going to work to do to XRP. But if there isn't that ability to get to this place where it sits in all these indexed funds, it isn't nearly as exciting a game. And that is why, in my mind, there's tremendous downward pressure on the market presently.
Sure. You think in January they do it? You think they keep it in there, or you think they're going to pull it out?
Well, I was kind of looking at what it would mean.
Yeah.
So for JP, because I get to the numbers real quick. JP Morgan, it means about $2.8 billion gets pulled out. Bam. Now, is JP Morgan going to be the leader? And here's my thought. Are the other indices going to do the same thing? Because they're saying there's a lot of risk, and it's the hypothecation of cryptocurrency, which is already a risky asset. If all of the equity indexes took money out, it's $8.8 billion.
Wow.
Sucked out.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's good for retail. I'm going to tell you that. Institutions will figure it out because they can manage this over the course of time.
Yep.
But I think that we're going to have a very, very choppy market from now through December 31st is when they say they're going to conclude their evaluation. January 15th is when they say they're going to make it an announcement. But some of these things have a tendency to leak out before they get to a place that everybody gets to see what's happening. And then they say the actual changes would take effect in February of 2026.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have that volatility in order to take your profits, right? Like if it goes up all the time, but you think these guys started buying in around 50,000. So even if they were to pull now, they've already doubled their money just about. So I mean, I don't think
JP Morgan or the institutions or all
the
of them?
Institution, all of it. So even though it's such a risky asset class, I can't see that they're going to pull it out. It's just too easy to make money on. Yeah.
I think what becomes at risk, greater risk than even the cryptocurrency, is the hypothecation of it through these digital asset treasury companies. The greater risk in this scenario, to me, actually falls on MicroStrategy, falls on Bitminer, which are the Bitcoin and ETH companies, and even Evernorth with XRP. Like it's a wild strategy, one that to date they've executed reasonably well by buying and selling Bitcoin.
Yep.
But if that's your core function, is a treasury function for crypto, that is not, I don't know that Warren Buffett would invest there.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
I mean, did you see Warren Buffett, though, invested all that money in Google?
No. How much did he put in Google?
Oh, it had to be billions. I mean,
Oh.
I don't know the exact number, and I'm just speaking off the cuff.
Smart guys.
Yeah. And in the meantime, I don't know that crypto is going down further than the market is. There's another aspect of all this, which is the liquidity that's available and the refinancing of this debt, the government debt. And we're not going to talk about government schmoverment. But Deanna, look, let's do the deal. You ready? We're at Thanksgiving. We're not, but let's just say we are.
Okay.
We're fans of the Detroit Lions. That's our thing.
Sure.
Our prediction on the Buffalo Bills isn't looking good right now.
Yeah, I watched the game last night too, and I was thinking, man, I picked them. But go Patriots. Throwing that in there.
All right, there you go. Little Tom Brady follow up. Let's you pick one side or the other. We're at the imaginary Thanksgiving dinner. You could be the bull case or bear case. You pick one side, I'll take the other side, and let's have a little debate so that people will be properly prepared for conversations for
Thanksgiving. Okay. Yeah. So, obviously I'm bullish. So I'm going to walk in and be like, everybody's buying Bitcoin, right?
Yeah. And of course. I tend to be a little bit more conservative. So if you want me to be the bear case, I'm happy to satisfy that.
I just figured you were going to push XRP.
Well, I might. I think, yeah. I'm trying. I can hate on XRP if we need to. I don't want to.
No, you don't have to hate on it. No, we don't have to. The market's hating on itself enough right now. I don't think we need to add any extra love.
All right. Well, tell me, Aunt Deanna, why are we going to buy? And then Uncle Jim's going to say, we're bearish.
If I'm not mistaken, even though like all of, Texas and the states had their funds approved for crypto, I don't think they've started buying yet. I haven't seen any reports of Texas buying up or these other states buying up in order to have these Bitcoin reserves. So, Texas is making a lot of moves, especially with the new mayor of New York City and saying, I think a lot of people are scared that New York is going to get ruined as the financial center of the US. And I think Texas is making moves in order to do that. And so if you have all this repositioning of where the wealth is and you haven't even seen this accumulation of crypto even start yet, then this is just weekend shaken out. And next year they're going to start buying up again.
Oh yeah. The bear case to me though says not now.
Yeah.
It says hold off and it says wait. If not my risk tolerance, not yours, but if you can wait, you want to put a limit order in, a long limit order. I would say the bear case says, imagine a number so low that you can't imagine you'd get there. And you put the limit order in. And if magically one day it hits that number, it goes there. Like I'll tell you, my magic limit order on XRP is $1.50. I never thought XRP again would go below $2. So I have a magic limit order long for $1.50. And these pulsing, like when the exchanges get involved, when Wintermute gets involved, when CZ gets involved, this thing like torpedoes down, grabs that number back, and it spikes back up. So that's insanity for me, like but it's there. I'm ready for it. So as the bear, be a prepared bear. It's a hibernation.
Be a prepared bear.
Be a prepared bear. That is my bear guidance today.
I like
not
it.
Financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research.
But
my risk tolerances are not yours.
Yeah, that's good advice. Be the prepared bear.
I don't know what else to say. I'm optimistic long term. I still look at the asset class. I'm looking over here on my screen. It's at 2.86 trillion. I think we led the show with that. I still believe it's going to be a $10 trillion asset class.
Yeah.
At one point, the internet had a lot of money getting invested in it, not understanding the utility of it. I also will give you the bear case. We can't even keep the schmoverment open because they extended this schmoverment shutdown, and it's now only going to be open through January 30th. So we're going to be dealing with the schmoverment issues again.
Of course.
Liquidity is drying up. Now is not, in my mind, the time to be putting the money in the market, especially if you'll need it Again, back to your risk tolerance, liquidity matters, but we can't get them to agree on budgets and continuing resolutions. How are we going to get them to pass a Clarity Act with all the financial implications, with all the banking implications?
Yeah.
I mean, this issue with JPMorgan, this is your buddy, Jamie Dimon, playing the game better than the politicians.
Yeah.
Deanna, here you go. Here's a prediction that I want to hear from you. JPMorgan, Jamie Dimon, one day president of the United States. Go. True or false?
What was it? One day he what?
Jamie Dimon, one day president of the United States of America.
Oh, God, I hope no. False. Boo. He's got way too much power now to be president.
He's tied into the financials. I mean, are we getting to the play? You know, it's funny in sports, the athletic directors used to be former athletes. Yep. Now the athletic directors are becoming business minded.
Yep.
Are we in a situation, you know, it used to be communications, policy, foreign affairs would be a big deal in leadership. But as we look at people voting with their wallets, are we getting to a place where in society, people are going to vote for business minded presidents? Do we think that's where we're headed?
Man, I don't know. With this next generation, the wanting more of the socialist type of network, who knows if it'll go that way. I feel like our generation, maybe the generation just behind us, we're more business minded. But I think we've seen the other end of it go. So I mean, I don't know that I mean, listen, we've got 3 more years of this guy. So let's just see, how he does. And then I think we'll know if we're going to stay business or if we're going to go socialist.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you think, all right, again, this is turning into a little bit of a prediction episode, but the Clarity Act, which was already passed by the House and is sitting in front of the Senate, but now it's kind of like going through this whole process of reevaluating and trying to come at it from both sides of the aisle. And it's imminent this and imminent that, and we're having dialogue the other. But if you amend the bill, you're going to have to vote in the Senate and then send it back to the House, and then all the things that people do,
all the things,
all the drama. All right, give me your date for that bill to pass, because I think that is the rocket ship that turns it back into a bull. Like, you can't stop us. You can only hope us to contain us. It's Michael Jordan hitting 6 3-pointers in the first half. Like,
I would say, I think I go June-ish. I think I go May, June-ish.
Of 26?
Of 26. Yeah. And I think that's optimistic. But I think May, June-ish is, let them get past all this budget stuff. Let them get back into, because we get the holidays, and then, I don't know, it feels like everybody takes off until April now. So we'll get them back in April, and we'll see if they actually do some work. And then hopefully they could pass this bill. But I think we got a while to go.
Yeah. There's a lot of polarity in the market and in Congress. So as we sit there, we also know that there's going to be, I believe, I'd be shocked if there was not a new Treasury, if Jerome Powell isn't replaced in some capacity. And I think that's going to be a significant event.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially since he's not really playing ball with the way the president wants him to. So who knows? I mean, I think if the president gets his way, it could be really interesting. Obviously, it's going to be good financially, or most people think, but we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. And we're both blue. Deanna, I put on, it's hot here in Texas, but I put on a nice quarter zip. When you're feeling bad, a good quarter zip makes it all better. Don't worry. Everyone. We're going to, if it does turn into a crypto winter and we need to hibernate a little bit, I just say, keep your mind open, keep visibility, and just know that JPMorgan and Jamie Dimon impact this stuff very significantly in huge ways. And don't watch what they're saying, watch what they're doing. Because as that stuff got announced, guess who was buying?
Yeah, JPMorgan.
JPMorgan was buying crypto assets.
Buying it up. Yep.
All right, Deanna, thank you for another great episode, this Encore edition of All Time High. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
You on my mind a lot. Don't need no time, watch. I don't know how I got you in my